Hello YouTube friends, Alicia here with my fourth little golden book journal that I had started. My goal was to kind of work on them all together, which I did, but I think it actually ended up taking me longer than doing them individually. Because I mean, I picked out all the papers and then did all the covers and stuff together, but yeah, it wasn't faster, I don't think. Anyway, so this is the 12 Days of Christmas. It's an 80s version. It's probably, well, it was in a bit rougher shape than some of the other ones. There's some scuff marks and stuff on the bottom here, and the corners were in rough shape, and there's a little bit of marking on the cover. But I put metal corners on. I used some fabric on the side. I used, not baker's twine, embroidery cloth, and then velvet, crushed velvet on that, and then that is the back, and then more of that vintage seam binding that you've seen appear in all my Christmas journals. And then I put bells on the end, and you can take them off, they're just tied on, they're just fun. This one is also for sale. It will be $30 US plus shipping. It is heavy, so the shipping unfortunately won't be terribly cheap. My guess is around 15. Yeah, there's obviously nothing I can do about that. Let's get started. So, some gift tags with a gold puffy heart. I'm sorry if you can hear the banging and the baby upstairs. I don't know what they're doing. They're just loud tonight. This is, I don't know what it is. It's some kind of, it's like a thin paper. I don't know if it's a baking paper or what it is, but I've had it for a long time. This is just a scrapbooking paper that I decorated. Sorry. This I believe is vintage, and the rickrack I know is vintage. And this is also vintage, and I backed it with green paper so you can write on the back of it. They're waxed on the back, so you have to cover them if you want to write on them. Just a sticker I picked up from my thrift store the other day. They're just from the dollar store, but I've never seen them there. So I don't know if they're really old or if they're new and I just haven't gone back. I will say, I don't know what's going on, but it does wobble a little bit on the bottoms on both signatures, and all four of my journals have done that. And I think it's actually the twine I'm using. I'm out of the stuff I really like. Oh, I need to put a tag back in here. Thought I had one in here. But this is a pocket that I made with the quilt square. Some of my vintage handkerchiefs and vintage rickrack. This paper is from Frou Frou Craft on Etsy. More of that snowman paper. Alcohol dyed paper. This is vintage too, and it's oh, my words are not coming, embossed, but you can't see that on camera. You can feel it. This is, I don't know what it's called. It's almost like a garland. I think it's vintage as well. And then gold netting and vintage red ribbon. Flips up. I just put it on this page because it was too dark to write on, so now you can write on it and add pictures. A really cute snowman journaling card. Some holly fabric. Okay, well, that's just a piece of paper folded in half with the gold rim. This is from the Graphics Fairy, and then I just coffee dyed it. Actually, I know I used alcohol mixed with coffee to make to make the die, so it ran through the back, but it didn't smear the front image. Tag I made. This is vintage, this is vintage, this is gifted. A little gingerbread man, and I backed it with paper. Christmas, another Christmas tag that I used for a tuck spot. And this is a pocket here. Another pocket. A felt piece. I want to make some felt embellishments with my big shot. I have some sticky back felt. I haven't gotten there yet. This paper was gifted to me. This is my music embossing folder, and then I backed it so that you can, it's a little bit bumpy, but you can write on the back. Center of the signature. Sorry, I'm just gonna go through a little bit faster. Some stickers. More of those playing cards. I just put a red bow on, backed it with scraps of Christmas paper that I had used in another journal. An envelope that I've done. Embellished. There's nothing in the envelopes, they're just attached with paper clips. There you can see the embossing on this paper a little bit. There's lots of pages. There's 23 pages, I think, in each signature, like full pages. So they're chunky enough. That's covering a tear in the page. The big pocket. I like how my sprayed pages turned out. I don't like all the work that's involved in making them, but I like the way they look. This was gifted to me. I just tied, well, the red was tied around it. I just tied a scrap of the holly fabric. I topped this page with vintage rickrack and that trim and that gold lace or mesh, whatever it is. This is some of that parchment paper I got from my thrift store. I do not know what they're doing upstairs. Kind of annoying. This is backed with the thicker doily because it was a little bit ripped to give it stability. Just a tuck spot. And then another journaling card. I have so many journaling cards that I picked up, but they make really pretty accents to my pages. This I added. I was playing with my embossing folders and they're card fronts, but I figured you can add a picture to the front or something and then journal on the inside. And there's staple marks in it. For whatever reason, I bought these packages of paper from the dollar store and some of them had staple marks in them. I don't know why. That's negative stenciling. Or I used it from, I stenciled and then I cleaned off my stencil. No, I have that backwards. Anyways, it's stenciling. More of that embossed paper. This is vintage. I just made it a flip up with some vintage red ribbon. Another embossing piece. That will go into a pocket. Actually, no. You know what? That will get paper clipped here. I was gonna make it into a pocket here, but then you can't. I don't know. That's too hard to write on, but I'll just paper clip it on. for you, and then you can do whatever you want with it. I made the penguin into a paper clip because you can't write on it because of the googly eyes, but it was cute. This is a printable that somebody sent me. I have no idea where it came from. It's on cardstock. I don't even know who sent it to me. This is kind of cool. It's Bready Bears, and the recipe is there. The inside was a cigarette ad, so I put in a piece of coffee dye paper on the one side to cover it. But I wanted to include it because I thought it was super cute. More stenciling. The back of that paper. If somebody knows who does this kit, let me know. I have no idea if it's a freebie or if it's from a kit. I've had it in my stash forever. I love this. Well, I love both of these things. I just decided one day to use up some of my scraps, so I made, this is a booklet, and there's an ornament I think somewhere in here too. I just covered parchment paper with some vintage trims, and then, yeah, made it into a booklet. A fabric swatch page, it's super pretty. This side is obviously all fabric, and then this side I just backed with paper. So you can pin things on here, or just leave it. This flips up. Another one of those cards. Another gift tag. Well, apparently, I would glue that down a little bit better. Oh, there's the ornament. And then the ornament is backed, so you can write on it if you want. And then, sorry, a Christmas playing card. I have to go faster because my time will run out. An envelope with some decorating. This is just a piece of scrapbooking paper. Somebody sent me with this on it, so I tucked in a little journaling card. And that is the back. So like I said, it's $30 US plus shipping. I'm guessing the shipping from Canada will be about $15. If you're interested, let me know. If I ship it right away, it should still easily make it to you before Christmas. And yeah, any questions or comments, leave them below. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later.